Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Patty and I was an au pair here in Germany from the Philippines. So if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. You could also follow me on my Facebook page here, and you could also follow me on my TikTok account. I'm always trying to answer all your questions on both platforms, so you can actually comment there any questions you have. As long as I know the answer, I will try to answer them. So for today's video, we're going to talk about the opportunities you have or you can explore after your au pair year. So this video might be helpful for those aspiring au pairs who want to know what exactly are the opportunities I could explore after my au pair year. Is even au pair year worth it? Or if you're already an au pair and wanting to stay here in Deutschland and want to know what should I do after my au pair year, this video might be helpful for you, so keep on watching. So as I've mentioned before, there are some opportunities you could explore. First among those opportunities is a volunteer work in Germany. It's what we call FSJ or Freiwilliges Soziales Jahr, or the BFD, Bundesfreiwilligendienst. So what's the difference exactly between the two? The difference that I know of is that if you're 26 or younger, then you belong to those people who do Freiwilliges Soziales Jahr. But if you're 27 or older, then you are included to the group of people who do the Bundesfreiwilligendienst. So that's the difference that I know of between the two. I actually wrote some notes so that I won't forget the important details that I want to share with you. So I might be looking down to read my notes, but anyway. So what is exactly FSJ or BFD? Just like I've mentioned before, it's a volunteer work, and you could do it for 6 months to 18 months. So it depends on your preference and what exactly the Einsatzstelle are offering. So you could do it 6 months to 18 months. Maybe the question is, where could you do FSJ or a volunteer work here? So most of the places that you could find are the hospitals, Altenheim, Kita, and so weiter. So it's important to remember that when you are doing a volunteer work, it's also a full-time commitment. So you are required to work 39 hours per week. So that's what I know, 39 hours per week, and you are paid. And it's actually higher than your au pair allowance, but not that high that you could afford your own phono. So it's important to consider that when you're applying, you have to ask, are you offering an Unterkunft, or are you offering an apartment where I could stay during this time? So please don't forget to ask us. Some offer Unterkunft because some, even though you are qualified and see that you have potential, but if you don't have, if they don't offer an Unterkunft and you don't have an Unterkunft, then they will cancel the application because they know that the allowance is not enough for you to rent your own apartment. So if they don't offer an Unterkunft, it will be a plus factor for you if you know someone nearby who lives there, and you could ask them, if you could live with them. So yeah, another point that they might consider from you is your Deutschkenntnisse. So some Einsatzstelle are okay as long as you understand us. It's really egal that if you have B1 or not, but some are really very particular with this, especially if the work is a little bit confidential, or you have to really communicate in order for you to do the job, because if you can't really communicate, then what's what's the purpose of the volunteer work. So again, some might be requiring B1, but some don't. So it's up to the Einsatzstelle you found. So that's one option, the FSJ or PFD. What's the second option? The second option, and it's the thing that most people are very interested, is doing Ausbildung directly after au pair year. So in Ausbildung, the requirements are much more higher than when you are applying for FSJ. So specifically, it's important that you have a grasp already of the language, because Ausbildung, when you do Ausbildung, you are working and learning or studying in a school at the same time. So if you don't understand the lesson in the school, then how will you be able to apply it in the workplace? So it's like theory and practice, or practical at the same time. So you have to like really understand the lessons, the context of the lesson, in order for you to apply it in your workplace. So some are looking for a B1 certificate holder, or some Ausbildung fields are looking for B2 or higher. So again, it actually depends on the Einsatzstelle you found. And then for the Ausbildung, it usually takes 2 to 3 years. It depends again on the Ausbildung you chose, and the Vergütung or the salary. It could be 1,000 euro higher brutto, or it could be 1,000 lower, 1,000 euro lower. That's brutto. Again, it depends on the Ausbildung you chose. The thing that you might do, which I recommend if you're really wanting to do Ausbildung after your au pair, is do your Anerkennung already, because usually Anerkennung takes like 3 months to 12 months. It depends. So as early as you've decided, oh, I want to do Ausbildung, then do it instantly. And then it's easier and faster when you have your Anerkennung, because it's time consuming for the employer to wait for your Anerkennung if they could find another applicant who already has their Anerkennung. So it's actually a plus point. That's how I see it. Another option that you might consider after your au pair year is the language visa. I don't know exactly how to apply for language visa, Odevas, but it's an option you might consider. So if you know a relative here who lives here in Deutschland, who are willing to take you or to send you to a language school, then that might be an option for you. Or the last option you could do is that being an au pair in another European country. So I know a lot of my friends are doing that right now. So they went to other European countries to do their au pair year. But if you are planning anyway to do Ausbildung here in Germany after your au pair year in another European country, you might consider doing the au pair year in a country where they speak the Deutsch language, like Austria. So it wouldn't be really hard for you again to adjust from from a different language. So for the application for FSJ or PFD as well as Ausbildung, you could do the application online, and actually they have like interviews or so online, or they would require you to go there. But yeah, actually if you want to ask about the Anerkennung, please feel free to ask, because I already did my Anerkennung. It was stressful, that I can tell you it was stressful. But yeah, if you are planning to do Ausbildung, doing Anerkennung is really like an important thing. And I think that some people, even though they already have the language, level of language required for doing Ausbildung, they see FSU as an opportunity to you know, enhance their self, adjust themselves to the field, and actually have a grasp of how the work their how do you call this, how the workplace is, how the workload is. These are just some of the opportunities I know of that I could share with you. But if you know other Möglichkeit, other possibilities or options that you could share, then please free to comment down below. And ja, that's it for today. And ich wünsche euch einen schönen Tag noch. Tschüss.